Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Jeannie and I have my bi-weekly empties to share with you guys today. I have some empties and unempties. I'm actually gonna, last empties video, I was like, I swear I melted more. I felt like I melted more. I felt like I was melting a lot more and I must have not put some things in my bin. Like I don't know what I was doing, but I had left a bunch of stuff in my bedroom. So they're going to be added in here today. So the ones on top, I'm going to go over. I'm just going to pull from the basket because I do have I have a lot of vendor empties. I don't think I have a whole lot of Scentsy, if any Scentsy in here. And then I have some unempties as well. So I think I've used up quite a bit. And mind you, the stuff on top is from like 4 weeks ago. So, well, 3 and 4 weeks ago. But I just wanted to go over those real quick with you because I forgot. I got through a sample in Cashmere Cedar. And this is from L3. Cashmere Cedar is a very good oil. I love Cashmere Cedar. It was a beautiful scent. I would repurchase that. It threw well. I got through Mac Apple Midnight Blue Citrus Elderberry Whipped Cream. That was beautiful. I would repurchase that. L3 throws wonderfully in my house and in my room. I got through a sample of So Fetch. I really enjoyed that. I actually got it's Palo Santo Strawberry and I think Sugar Cookie Royale, I think. And I got a loaf of the Palo Santo, or no, I'm sorry, not Palo Santo. It is, today is October 3rd and strawberry. So I have a loaf of today is October 3rd and I have I bought a bee bar of a strawberry scent. So I was going to try to mix those. I haven't done that yet to try to get kind of like the same vibe. The next one I got through was Britta's Fizzy Pop. This actually performed very well. It was a nice 7-Up kind of squirt, that lemon lime scent. Very kind of nose clearing when you don't want to use peppermint in your house. Cleans the air, clears the air. This was very good. It performed very well in my house, in my bedroom. This one from Britta's Creepy Treasures. This was Ski Weekend. And this was Flannel Sheets, Icy Peppermint, and Sweater Weather. This was from February of 2023. Now, I don't know if some of the oils had changed it wasn't a shape, it was her, what does she call those? The little, I can't think of the word. Anyway, it was a tricolor wax. It changed color and I think the smell was off. So I put this in and I took it out. It was performing very well. It almost took my breath away while I was sleeping. So I had to turn it off and then take it out the next day. I just could not do that. I got through some London Calling from Destination Wax. Destination Wax is performs very, very well in a hotter warmer for my house. And I love London Calling. It is black tea, lemon, and sugar. It is beautiful. I would definitely repurchase that one. I got through a sample of Knoll's Farm Scents Velvet Dawn. This was beautiful in the bag, but this was a dud. I found a Made to Melt in my stash in my room. And this is Apricot Sugar Boardwalk Marshmallow Taffy. This was so good. This is from April of 2022. And it performed so well. It performed probably for at least 24 hours. I really miss Made to Melt. And then I used Goose Creek Iced Sweet Tea. I have a lot of Goose Creek wax melts. This performed okay. I could smell it, but it wasn't strong. I'm not going to repurchase Goose Creek wax melts again. They don't perform for me, so I'm not going to waste my money on them. This one I did in here in the office and in my, I want to say I did this in the living room, but this was Nail in the Coffin. This was given to me by Lori Hanson from the Pharmacist's Daughter. It's a coffee scent. So espresso, sugar, cookie pie, crust, zucchini bread, funnel cake, toasted marshmallow. This is excellent. The Pharmacist's Daughter has amazing coffee. I would repurchase that again 100%. And it did excellent in my house. Pharmacist's Daughter throws for at least 16, 18 to 20 hours. Lori Hanson had given me some Rose Girls. This was like a chunky pie loaf, a small one, and raspberry sauce, sweet lemon curd, Chicks Dig It. This was phenomenal. This did so well. I did this in the living room and in the office. This was phenomenal. I would repurchase this. It did well. It threw for 8 to 12 hours. It was wonderful. I got through some more. Lori Hanson had sent me so much wax. I love her so much. I had got through pumpkin sugar cookie, donuts, crunch cake, pumpkin pie, pumpkin cream cheese roll from L3. I did this one, eggnog sugar cookie royale, vanilla butter fudge, and this one, cranberry marshmallow fireside brown sugar pound cake, all from L3. They were all like Christmas shapes, like houses, and I forget what other shapes there were. I did all these in the living room, I want to say Friday or Saturday of this past week, and this performed well. The next day, it was still going, and I debated whether I should take it out or not, but I wanted to change my wax, so I did. So if that gives you any inkling, I would definitely repurchase those again. Those were great scents. On the same day, this was my Sunday of this past week, I finished my pie of monkey farts, banana cream pie, and pie crust, and I did a Trig Tartan banana from L3. This was a pie from Pie Day, and I just threw my banana in a different warmer. It was a great morning. I threw that in the morning. It went basically all morning until I couldn't smell it anymore, and then I changed my wax. This is just an empty bag. This was the surprise, and I have another one of these in here, I believe. Let's see if I can find this clam. That's an unempty, but since I'm going to talk about it, I got through 38 cents. I did this on Easter, and I did sweet jelly beans, and this is jelly beans, mixed berries, and sugared lemon. This was beautiful. And at first, I was worried. I couldn't smell it, and I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a vendor I can't use. And then all of a sudden, about maybe an hour and a half later, after all the oils warmed up, man, it wasn't like knock you out of the house, knock you over kind of scent, but it was present. It was there, probably a 6 out of a 10. And this performed very well for me, at least in my living room. I was very happy. And then in my bedroom, I did Peat Fluff. And this is cotton candy laced with sweet sugar, grape, strawberry, and vanilla. This is good. This performed surprisingly well in my bedroom too. Kind of the same thing. I was worried that it wasn't going to perform. And then after the oils had warmed up, it started throwing. It performed very well in my house, in my bedroom. So that's 38 cents. So they are a new vendor to me. Hopefully I will keep getting performance out of them. I did a little bit more of this. I got one little cube left of Athame and Alchemy's Dojo Coffee and Donuts. This performs very well. I only use this in my office because Athame and Alchemy is a little bit lighter of a performer in my house, but this room is small, so it will perform in my room. Still trying to get through. I bought last spring, Candles by Victoria had a bunch of like mashup mix-up wax that she was selling, and it was really, really cheap. I did a video on it. If you want to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to, but this was like a bakery bag of like shapes and all kinds of mismatched stuff. It leaned fruity, so I wrote fruity on here. So I'm trying to get through this. And Candles by Victoria always performs very well in my house. Candles by Victoria performs so well in my house that if you put the wax under a candle lamp, you can literally see the oils dispersing, if that gives you any inkling. Last week, I can't remember what day. It was a day that it was a beautiful day, kind of like today. I used up the rest of my CQ handcrafted wax melts in Hello Sunshine, Tangerine, Passion, Lemon, Icebox Cookies, Creamy White Cake. I already told Anya this is a winner. This performed so well. It was in my living room. I think I had enough to put in my living room and in here. Yeah, I put it all in. I primarily melt here in my living room, my kitchen, my bedroom. So I put a couple, they were little shapes. They were like little bundt cakes. I put one bundt cake in each of these warmers. And then I put the rest, I put like 2 or 3 underneath the candle lamp, and like 1 or 2 in another warmer I have out in the living room. And this performed very well. It threw all day. When I took it out the next day, it still had scent, but I just wanted to change my wax. I would definitely get that again 100%. I got through Sweet Tooth Apothecary, Lime and Mint. I need this in a loaf. This is phenomenal. I absolutely love this scent. It didn't last as long as I thought it would. It lasted about 6 to 8 hours. Normally I get a little bit longer of a performance, but these are fresher pours, poured on 122.25, so it might need a little bit more cure time. I think I have 1 more of those, I hope. Got through, actually, was this Friday? This was Friday of last week. I put this in, I don't know if I changed my wax or I used this when I was using other wax. I had a sample from Athame and Alchemy, and I don't know how to say this. It's Porto Sarga, and it is, I can't even read. It's like Cuban bread, butter, cafe con leche, tobacco, something on Miami Beach or in Miami Beach. This was beautiful. I could smell it. It performed well in here. I would definitely purchase this one again. It was very, very good scent. I have some, I'm trying to get through. I was using this in my bedroom, but this was this was Tickle My Pickle from Birdie's Making Sense. I think that's what it was called. And it's a key lime scent. I'm trying to get through the rest of this. This one, this performs so well. I just woke up one morning and I wanted something so sweet. I was just feeling it. I was feeling like I want something sweet. I was warming a coffee in here and I wanted something out in the living room that was just a nice bakery. This performed very well. I got this from the Round Robin. This is Glitterati Wedding Cake, and these are little bunts. I have 3 more left. I don't know. I would like to use this up, but I also want to hoard it. I have never ordered from Glitterati, but I definitely would. This was a great performer. Performed probably 8 to 10 hours in my living room. It was fantastic. Oh, let's talk about this one. This is it Nita's or Neta's Siren from the Candle Nurse? I used this last week in the office. And I actually was talking to the Round Robin girls as I was putting this in. And I was like, oh my God, big mistake. Big, huge, big mistake. I put, these were her bunts. So I put a bunt in each of each of those warmers. I put up 1 bunt in the Cute as a Button warmer in here, and then I put the rest in underneath the candle lamp. No, I lied. I put the rest. I didn't use my candle lamp that day. Oh, did I? I can't remember. I either put the rest, I put some in the candle lamp and some in a hotter warmer I have out there, or I put the rest underneath the candle lamp. Big mistake. Huge, big, large mistake. Holy macaroni. I had to turn off the warmers. I was like, I have to turn off the warmers. I put too much in. Um, the one in the living room was absolutely fine. It had room to vent. Too much in here. Way too much in here. Holy cow, it was so strong. My door was open. Like, that's all I was breathing was this wax. It's white nectarine, pineapple, white flowers, green tea, pink coral, and musk. And I like couldn't breathe. I was like, holy macaroni. I turned off the Cute as a Button warmer and these other two warmers. You could still smell it the entire day I was in here, and the warmers were off. The wax was cooled down. Holy cow. Whoa. Be careful with the candle, nurse. Don't do what I do. Less is more. And it was a very good performer. It was a beautiful scent. I would repurchase that in a heartbeat. And I wonder if I got these. I hope I didn't get these mixed up. Oh, no, I didn't. I got through more. I was just trying to get through stuff we got from the Round Robin. Eggnog, vanilla chai. Oh, that smells so good. Eggnog, vanilla chai, gingerbread, sugar cookie royale. I got through that from L3. Great performer. I would purchase that again. I got through. I've asked L3 several times to pour this, and they haven't. I wish they would. I've been hoarding this for, a couple years. I didn't know how good this was, or I would have purchased a bajillion million more. I would like to get this in a loaf if they ever pour it again. This is Arrow, and this is Seattle Rain, Prince Charming Lush Type, Sweet Pomegranate and Grapefruit. This is, now you have to like botanical green scents. This is botanical. This is green. It's earthy. It's sweet. It's like everything you want in just a relaxing, calming, beautiful scent. I would 100%, this is a great performer. I would 100% repurchase this. It is so good. If they pour it, I will buy it in whatever form it comes in. I don't care. I got through Sweet Tooth Scents Brown Sugar Boba. And again, I made the mistake of not chopping this. I just threw this entire thing in my kitchen. And my daughter was like, this does not match the mood of what it is outside. I don't normally like brown sugar scents. This was strong. It wasn't a brown sugar that I don't like, but I wouldn't say I like it to purchase it again because it's not my scent. It threw well. It went for 2 days. Holy cow. That was a very good scent. Well, if you like brown sugar boba. And it did smell like a boba shop in here for like 2 days. I got through the Pharmacist's Daughter. What was this? Was it a shape or was it I think it was a a souffle. Why couldn't I think of that word? This was a souffle in coffee and dessert from Lori Hansen. She had sent this to me from the Pharmacist's Daughter. This is zucchini bread, coffee house, jelly, donuts, toasted marshmallow. Okay, there are certain zucchini breads that I cannot do. This is one of them that I actually can and enjoy. This was phenomenal. I would 100% repurchase that again. Pharmacist's Daughter throws amazingly well in my house. Did I go over? No. See, now this week I feel like I got through so much. These last 2 weeks I was melting and changing wax and melting and changing wax. I got through French Bourbon Reserve from Sweet Tooth Apothecary. Where in the heck did I melt this? I think I did this in the living room, but I think this one struggled. But the lid was cracked, so I put it in a bag. I just think that one struggled because the lid was cracked, or I used something that was I think I did that the same day I did the boba shop one, the brown sugar boba, and I think the brown sugar boba was just overtaking that one. I don't know that I'd repurchase that one again because I couldn't smell it. So I'm trying to get through my coffee. I did like almost a whole week of coffee in here one day. I did like every day was coffee, a different coffee scent. I got through a piece of cafe. I don't know if it's Bustelato or Bustelato from Sassy Girl. I took from the Round Robin. This is a fantastic coffee scent. I would 100% repurchase that again. I got through a little bit more of this Candles by Victoria. This was more of the fruity, that mix up. I got through, this was a lovely day. My daughter even commented, I did this a couple weeks ago now on a, on Saturday or Sunday. I used Sparkling Lemon Spritzer from Homestead Wax Melts. Homestead Wax Melts performs amazingly in my house. I would 100% recommend purchasing from Homestead Wax Melts. I would remember to use a very hot warmer. These are paraffin wax melts, so I do not think they would melt very well in a Scentsy warmer, although I haven't tried them in a Scentsy warmer. I only use them in underneath the candle lamp, which it performs well, throws like a beast, and in the very hot warmer in the living room. But yes, I would 100% repurchase that one. That was fantastic. I got through, I had just a couple more pieces of Dessa's Homespun Scents Coffee on Main. I love this scent. I've already reordered it without warming through, you know, even half of this. Her coffee is, I would say, Dessa's and Pharmacist Daughter coffee are pretty on par with being my favorite coffees at this point. Phenomenal. This one, this was a little bunt from CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts in Star of Wonder. And this is frankincense, myrrh, cashmere cedar, warm birch, and vanilla bean noel. This, I'm not kidding you, this went 2 days. Now it's kind of light in the bag. When you put it in the warmer, it takes a minute to warm up. When it warms up, you get the most beautiful, like, you get the cashmere, and like, I think it's the cashmere that just gives it that thing. This went for 2 days in my bedroom. It was not a strong knock you in the face scent. It was present. It was light. It was like 4 or 5 for throw, but it was beautiful. When you laid down or when you went in the room, you could smell it. You got that. It's just like a calming, cozy, give you a hug scent. I would 100% repurchase that again. It is beautiful. And last but not least is one more from Homestead Wax Melts. There goes the dog, and there goes, oh my God, there goes everything all at once. Also, I got a new phone, so hopefully, yeah, there goes the dogs. The door is open. They must be walking a dog. But I got through Homestead Wax Melts, and this is just Palo Santo. This was absolutely stunning. This Palo, I put this in the bedroom. And I put one shape in, and it is perfumey Palo. It is that cozy, warm Palo. It is, I need more of this. And I would 100% repurchase this. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, and it probably went 2 days in my bedroom. So I would purchase this. If you like Palo Santo, you should probably get your hands on some Homestead Wax Melts Palo Santo. And this is, again, they're paraffin wax, so they're a bit harder. So you want to use a hotter, warmer. But that's it. I feel like I got through a lot more. I've been really diligently trying to pay attention to what I've been warming. I've been trying to kind of pick out similar scents in similar rooms or similar scents for the entire day in my house. Changing out wax more often because I have so much that I want to get through, but I want to use it and I want to enjoy it. So, yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty good job aside from the like 6 that I missed from last time, which was totally my bad. My telemarketers keep calling me. Yeah, I think I did a good job these past 2 weeks. I am very happy that I got through what I got through, and I'm using my wax. I'm warming my wax. Even that the L3 Arrow, that Lush dupe, I did not let it. I wanted to hoard it so bad, but I wanted to enjoy it too. And it was like, a rainy kind of day, and I just needed something that matched the vibe of the day, kind of like that gentle rain. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying my wax now. I'm trying to lay off purchasing. There are quite a few vendors that I want to purchase from, but I just can't. I need to get through what I have, and especially what I have. I'm looking over there, and I have so much Scentsy. I think not this week because I've already started warming some things, but next week for sure. I think I'm going to try to do an entire week of Scentsy and just pick out scents for certain rooms and lay off, like give the candle lamp a break and use the 2 Scentsy warmers that I have in the living room. Well, I have 5 Scentsy warmers in the living room, but only 2 that I actually use. Use some Scentsy in my room and really try to give Scentsy a go because I've been making headway on vendor, so now I need to make a little headway on my Scentsy wax and get that moving, and then we'll see about trying to incorporate it all eventually again. But I was feeling overwhelmed with the vendor, and now I'm feeling overwhelmed with the Scentsy. So tell me if you're struggling to melt. Tell me if you find it easier to pull from a melting basket. Again, I have, I don't know if you can, well, hold on. I bought these at Sally's, and I think I showed them last time. Might go off camera for a hot minute. But the top of this, I have these tiered up. The top of this is what I pull from and what I melt from for vendor. So I just pull from that every day, and I just pick wax out and pull. So I have a bunch of Scentsy that's like things that I want to get through over on the other side in a little bin. And like they're mostly Scentsy or retail wax, like Walmart and things like that I want to get through. So maybe this week I'll start, maybe next week I'll start. But I like to do this every couple of weeks, so I guess it's going to be Wax Wednesday bi-weekly, unless I can start melting a lot more weekly, and then I'll start doing this weekly again. But for now, we're going to go bi-weekly and see what I can get through and see what kind of performance I'm getting from vendor versus Scentsy. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Today's Wednesday. It is the end of the month. So hopefully everybody's not using the meme. It's going to be May. That meme cracks me up every time. But it's so old. It's getting old, but it's always funny when I see it. Because that's what you hear when you listen to NSYNC. But tomorrow is May 1st. Remember that it's a start of a new month. It's a start of everything lovely April showers bring May flowers. We're in spring. Things are blooming. Trees are growing outside, to my husband's dismay, because those are the hedges that he loves to cut. He doesn't. And it's lovely. We're having lovely weather here. I hope you guys are having lovely weather. I've talked enough for this time. So thank you guys for joining me for these last 30 or so minutes. I hope you guys have a great end of week. Hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Have a great time. Bye.